Coronation Street will see Mary Taylor take a firm stand against Christina Boyd after learning the truth about a shocking deception. During this week's episodes, Christina finally admits that she has been struggling with a serious shopping addiction. She confesses that she secretly opened credit card accounts using other people's personal details, leaving Mary, Glenda Shuttleworth, and even her former husband Lenny caught up in the fraud. George reacts with understanding after Christina explains that her actions were driven by a compulsive spending disorder rather than deliberate cruelty. Believing she deserves help instead of punishment, he supports her decision to attend a recovery group and is prepared to move forward. Mary, however, refuses to forgive so quickly. She warns Christina that rebuilding their friendship will take a long time because she finds betrayal extremely difficult to accept. Although Mary often appears kind and eccentric, she has no intention of letting this situation slide. In scenes airing next week, George and Christina return to number 11 only to discover Mary hosting an unexpected sale outside the house. Christina is horrified as Mary begins selling several household belongings. When Christina objects, Mary insists the items were purchased using her credit card, meaning she has every right to get rid of them. Despite Christina insisting she never intended to hurt the people closest to her, Mary refuses to listen. Christina has been trying to repay the money herself, but Mary's anger remains too strong for any apology to make a difference. The following day, Mary continues to make sarcastic remarks about Christina's dishonest actions, showing that she is still far from ready to forgive. Meanwhile, Christina's battle with her addiction appears to be continuing. She secretly checks a message on her phone confirming that another parcel is on its way, raising fresh concerns that she has not stopped spending. Actress Amy Robbins, who plays Christina, recently explained that the storyline highlights how easily compulsive spending can spiral out of control. She pointed out that shopping addiction should be treated with the same seriousness as gambling or alcohol dependency, and stressed how quickly people can fall into overwhelming debt. She also admitted that if a close friend had taken out a credit card in her name, forgiveness would only come after seeing genuine remorse and real efforts to change. Coronation Street is set to deliver another major twist as Dylan makes a stunning accusation after Betsy is left fighting for her life. Dylan and Betsy have formed a close bond through the painful experiences they have both endured over the past year. Betsy has survived one traumatic event after another, including being accidentally shot by her mother Lisa, witnessing the unexpected return of Becky Swain, and discovering Theo Silverton's dead body. Dylan has faced his own difficult journey. After bullying Liam Connor and becoming involved with a dangerous group of teenagers, he was sent to a secure training center for carrying a knife. During his time there, he became friends with Brody Michaelis. Their relationship grew stronger following the tragic death of Mason Radcliffe, Betsy's first boyfriend and the leader of the gang that Dylan had become involved with. Since then, Dylan and Betsy have remained loyal to one another despite everything they have faced. Although Betsy is preparing to move to London to study fashion, the young couple are determined to keep their relationship alive despite the distance between them. However, their plans are thrown into chaos when a terrifying medical emergency changes everything. Next week's episodes see Ryan Connor discover Betsy unconscious on the kitchen floor before she is rushed to hospital in an ambulance. At the hospital, Lisa waits anxiously as medical staff explain that Betsy must undergo an MRI scan to determine the cause of her condition. The situation quickly becomes even more alarming when Dylan arrives to visit. Moments later, Betsy suddenly suffers a seizure, leaving everyone around her terrified. When she regains consciousness, Betsy struggles to speak clearly and appears confused, causing even greater concern for her loved ones. Dylan turns up with gifts hoping to cheer her up, but he is left stunned when Lisa accuses him of being responsible for Betsy's collapse. Convinced that Dylan played a role in the incident, Lisa contacts the police and reports her suspicions. The accusation leaves Dylan devastated, especially after Lauren tells him that Betsy is seriously ill and no longer wants to see him. Soon afterwards, Fizz informs Sean that she has witnessed police officers arresting Dylan in the precinct. Betsy is shocked when she discovers that Lisa reported Dylan to the authorities, completely unaware that Lauren had previously warned him to stay away from the hospital. News of Dylan's arrest quickly spreads across Weatherfield, and the atmosphere becomes tense when he and Sean walk into the Rovers, where Lauren refuses to serve them. Feeling cornered and desperate to clear his name, Dylan makes a dramatic claim that changes everything. He insists that Brody Michaelis is actually the person responsible for whatever happened to Betsy. With emotions running high, Dylan's explosive allegation threatens to destroy friendships, place relationships under intense pressure, and leave Betsy and Brody facing the consequences of his shocking accusation. Coronation Street viewers believe they may have uncovered not just one, but two possible romantic storylines for Glenda Shuttleworth, with both theories generating plenty of discussion among fans. Glenda first arrived in Weatherfield in 2022 and was introduced as George Shuttleworth's sister. Since then, she has become a popular resident of the street and secured a job behind the bar at the Rover's return. Last year, Glenda stepped in to manage the famous pub after Jenny Connor's departure, taking charge until owner Carla Connor was able to arrange its future. Although she has settled comfortably into life on the cobbles, Glenda has struggled to find lasting romance. Her brief connection with Michael Bailey failed to develop into a serious relationship, leaving her single once again. Now, many fans believe Cassie Plummer's upcoming departure could open the door to an unexpected romance between Glenda and Steve McDonald. A discussion on Reddit gathered momentum as one fan suggested that Steve and Glenda could become one of the show's funniest couples. They argued that the pair would create great comedy together, particularly if they were working side by side behind the bar at the Rover's return. Several other viewers quickly agreed with the idea, saying the two characters have matching personalities and could become an entertaining couple. Some even imagined the drama that could unfold if Tracy discovered Steve had moved on with Glenda. Not everyone shares that opinion, however. Another theory gaining attention points toward Carl Webster as Glenda's potential new partner. Fans noticed that Glenda and Carl shared a brief scene together during this week's episodes and believe the interaction may have been included to hint at a future storyline. The exchange, in which Glenda criticized Debbie Webster's son by calling him a scumbag, has led some viewers to think the writers are setting up an enemies-to-lovers romance between the pair. Across social media, several fans commented that there appeared to be unexpected chemistry between Glenda and Carl, while others questioned whether the moment was an early clue about a future relationship. Many viewers admitted they would not mind seeing the storyline develop, with some predicting that Glenda and Carl could eventually become Weatherfield's next couple. Meanwhile, Glenda's future on the soap appears secure. Earlier this year, it was confirmed that the character will remain in Coronation Street until at least 2027, after a new contract was agreed. Speaking about the renewal, Jodie Prenger revealed that she was delighted to be staying with the program for another year. She admitted she always feels nervous when contract discussions come around, but was thrilled to receive the offer and accepted it immediately because she enjoys being part of the show.